So I'm sitting here watching Marcus Rogers, and the title is "God Told Me Mark the Antichrist this morning and warn the people." This is something that really, he just said something very key that registers with me, that resonates with me, and I couldn't really put my finger on it, but when he explained it, it makes perfect sense. It makes more than perfect sense. Um, he was just saying, like, if you're supposed to be, well, he didn't say supposed to be, I'm saying that, but he said if you're a born again believer, basically, I guess you got born again, you got saved, but you're trying to cause division in the body, and you're telling somebody else not to go somewhere or work with another person that's also supposed to be born again or supposed to be a believer. Um then you might just be under the antichrist spirit, or you might just be an antichrist, and that just, whew, that thing just kind of like pop, because I seen the boys' so-called great aunt across the street. I mean, I'm gonna just call it out, call it for what I ain't saying her name, but I seen her do that. She would tell people don't go in her yard. Yeah, if you're telling somebody don't go in my yard because you know they're gonna rob me, they're gonna do something, you know what I'm saying? But you telling people not to come in my yard because you know they're gonna come in contact with the truth of the matter. They gonna, you know what I'm saying? That's what she was doing. She was telling people don't bother, don't say nothing with her, and ignore her. And it's similar, same thing with the so-called neighbors next door, right at the right. Don't talk to her. Let her talk to herself, because she knows truth. She is me. I don't like to talk in the third person, but I done been here, and I've been paying attention, and I know what's going on. And so yeah, it's like, wow. I don't know, that thing just tried to like smack me in the face. I wanted to play it where he said, but I know it's going to be that like copyright type claim thing. But it was just so interesting. It made perfect sense, and it was just like, that's what I've been experiencing. And I experienced it so much so that, they try to almost convince me. That's my son's laughing in the back. They try to convince me of of almost of being evil, or that I'm evil, and make me feel like I'm an evil person. Like today, that same car that usually pulls up in front of the house and stuff, you at one point was pulling close to my mailbox, but usually pulls up and they not coming over here. I went to the door, and I was feeling ready and on go, like to say something like, please don't park there. But I literally had to be quick, and as quick as I can be these days, by the Holy Spirit, by God, just letting me know that ain't nothing that you want to even bother with. And like, he even took it deeper and just let me know, you know what I'm saying? There's people that's dying over gang related type stuff, or one person saying, this my side of the street, this my side of, you know what I'm saying? When ain't none of us built none or laid none of the foundation. Even if you purchase a house over there, and that's, you know what I'm saying, your property, you still did not build or lay any of that foundation. So um, but he was like, yeah, people just dying over certain stuff like that, over different sets. And I've never been one to be part of a set, but I almost feel like I like almost became part of that whole thing. Um but yeah, he just broke it down to me and reminded me that, you know what I'm saying, that's a petty reason to even go at somebody. She didn't park in front of my mailbox. The other thing was the mail had already ran on this day, so I try to do that as long as the mail have already ran. Don't make a big deal about it. But I do try to be firm about some things, because sometimes you let stuff just go unchecked, it gets out of control. So I just made it known, and I hope that that's enough. But it still irritates me when they park over here, because you're not coming over here to see anybody, and I just don't. When people would pull up at my house, granted I got enough room on this side for them to park, but I don't have cars all lined down the road to where you can't come visit. It's almost like you don't have enough. To me, it's like you don't have enough room to even do what you're trying to do. Um, so why are you? I do feel like, why are you even inviting anybody over? You need to go have your company somewhere else, because you really just not. Or you need to get you some company that doesn't have vehicles or something like that, or go pick your company up or whatever. I don't know. That's my logic. That's what I'm saying. That's my natural stuff. I know some people might say that doesn't make sense, but it makes perfect sense to me. But I know that's not how it works. And I be feeling like her so-called grown kids don't have no manners, because you don't tell your people to park over there where you're at, and you're where they're coming to visit at. So anyway, but just go back to, I don't, not to miss the point of why I was on here. She used to tell people don't do certain stuff, and or either she'll wait till it's too late, and you know what I'm saying, and then try to make it seem like she trying, and then, or if not at all, sometimes she would just very well send somebody over here to come for me, telling people under the guise of quote unquote diffuse the situation. For one, what is there to be diffused except for anything that you started? And so she started a lot of stuff. So now, again, and this is the thing, this is a lady who would, I've seen her in prayer, I've seen her listening to worship music and stuff like that, but she did that to sometimes taunt me, and to and then she did it because I wouldn't be in agreement with certain stuff that she had going on. Like he was saying, just if you were in the body, if you if you got the Holy Spirit, if you're a Holy Spirit filled believer, then y'all in the same body. Y'all in the Trinity. You know what I'm saying? Y'all five. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. Y'all are in the same body. Let me just leave it at that. So why would you try to cause division? And I think it's of course because I didn't um I didn't want to go to certain parties that she was having, certain stuff like that. I didn't accept the invites and stuff. And when people don't accept the invites, some people just get offended. Um, Me, you don't accept my invite. It just is what it is. The show or the party gonna go on without you, and that's just that. It ain't, you know what I'm saying. I'm not doing it to spite you, but yeah. But I mean, this lady was just all types of stuff, and I think that's why God has me not so much focused on what's showing up right in front of me. The apparent stuff as far as the natural stuff as far as her kids and stuff that she left behind, because it was mainly attached to her. It's still, I mean, I don't want to say it's still attached to her, I don't know, but what it was attached to her. Everybody else is not really like that, but my feelings and some other things tell me and show me is like, I don't know, Lord, I don't know if, you know what I'm saying, they got that sorted out. They do know that their so-called mom is like that. They know that other females in their so-called bloodline and stuff is like that, but and they've acknowledged it, but they just still, I'm not gonna say they be in denial, they just still like to try to cover it up and stuff like that. And it's understandable when you want to cover for your parent or whatever, but not to your detriment. I just don't believe, not to the point where you blocking your own blessings, you missing out on your own blessings and stuff like that. um So I don't know. So that right there is just crazy. But that's why God didn't have me like going hard on certain stuff and just be like, nope, leave it alone. And then that one day when I made a video, and I was trying to get it out what they did to me, and I still remember it clear as day. It's right in my mind right now. And God was like, I'm not even finna let you like speak it on here. I couldn't even get it out to speak it on here. I still want to speak it, to be honest, but I'm not. It's it now. I know it's up to me whether, if God told me don't say it, and if I decide to do it now, it's disobedience. Period. So I'm not doing it. But it just really bothered me because it's so funny, because I was at a whole nother location, and it was like it was still showing up the like residue of what she had done. And it made it seem like it's so powerful. What she operates in is something powerful, but it was being used for her own benefit. It wasn't being used to build up the kingdom. And honestly, even one of her own so-called brothers was telling me, well, he didn't tell me, but he just was like, but my sister, it's almost like I would come over here and talk to you, but my sister, what, she gonna get in her feelings and she gonna feel the type of way, because she'll be all right. But anyway, that's that. I'm gonna stop right there because I know my son want to come out, and I didn't shoot him away because I was doing a video.